Okay, hello. I am recording this screen capture to talk to Kylie about the changes that she made, and it's easier to talk about it than to write it. So, um, this is PyCharm. This is the repo for the HuMoN Lab GitHub web website. I'm going to switch over to Kylie Dev. Click on that, right click it, checkout, smart checkout. Sure. I guess I must have made a change or two. Did I make a change? I moved it? Oh yeah, I guess I did. Anyway, close you, and let's see what it looks like in the terminal or in the on the Who's It. So down here in the terminal, I got the environment activated. It's already. Well, I can check pip install -r requirements just to make sure everything's up to date. It is. I want me to update pip. I'll do that later. And I say mkdocs mcdocs serve. And what's the site? There's the guy. Click on that. And here we go. Wait, not that. Where are you? That's a different guy. Okay. So, a couple things. Lowercase n, it's so it's short for human movement neuroscience. So the n, so it should also be capitalized. I like a lot of it. Let's see, meeting notes. Oh, I guess I got to push these over. I should focus on the things you actually did. Let's see. Problem. I'm just doing kind of a perusal right now. It looks nice. I mean, it just looks good. Troubleshooting. Yeah. I'm doing this kind of out of order, which is less helpful, but I'm just getting a gist right now. So I see what's here, how to update this. So I guess that is kind of given that I'm just kind of like scoping through it, there might be good for some more like signposting on the front of it, just kind of like, because the first thing I do is I look at it, I'm like, okay, cool, and then I start clicking on things, right? And so this feels a little out of context, I guess. So if something to a little more context, this is not necessarily stuff that you should be doing, Kylie. I'm just speaking out loud. Something on the front page. We need something on the front page to like orient people and kind of like help them, guide. Otherwise, people will just click in random places, and that's fine for like a lab web page where we're kind of going to be linking directly to things. That's good, but for like the docs, people will get lost. Similarly here, this is good. Let's see. I'm not going to be able to like read this effectively while the thing is recording because of how human brains work. Yeah, so this looks like it's still some boilerplate from the previous stuff. How-to guide, using the terminal. How to update the HuMoN lab. Wait, no, this is actually, yeah, I see. Method 2 there. Okay, so this now, I guess, I'm wondering how many of these should be kind of like split up, because right now this looks like these are in one big file. So where are we? Okay, so make docs YAML. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm not sure if we did this together or if you figured this out on your own. By not having anything in the nav here, it will build this index bar just based off the folder structure of things over here. Which, good and bad, it just means that we are, required to do more stuff here. This feels like it's old. Yeah, okay. So I'm realizing that I often forget to do this, where I'll make a hackmd who's it, and then I'll make a bunch of changes on it, and then I'll never push the changes back to GitHub. So we get all these kind of like empty markdown files that are just empty with a. I'll do that later. Oh, I guess I can. It's also, I'm noticing that the kind of the thing of the protected branches becomes kind of annoying, but that's okay. John, push this thing. And I have, oh, God damn it. John, push this thing. So you can make a new branch and push there, but then you just have to go back and do it. I have something set up that like basically that like the rules don't apply to me, so I can bypass all the protections. Which, as a white guy, very well equipped for rules don't apply to me types of thinking. But it is not. But it doesn't work from HackMD for some reason. It doesn't recognize my authority, or more realistically, it doesn't seem to like notice that I'm pushing it from this account. Anyways, that is not relevant. So specifically how-to guides. So we got this one here, which is like a long thing with a bunch of stuff in it, and I basically think a lot of these should just be broken up into separate things, and then we can link to it. Yeah, so you got this as a link. You can do internal links, workflow for literatures. So let's do that here. If you write this, keep in mind to be searchable for our future selves. This is good. Again, just kind of skimming for now. We should have something in here about I should be putting this on the review. Anyway, we're doing this in a hurry before I run off to school. We should have something in there about like citations and like a Save Zotero like shared library for us to actually link the actual papers. This is all good information. A lot of it, we probably don't need the universities. And a lot of this could be saved by just kind of having like plop the citation through Zotero, which is interesting. That's funny because like this is so directly in line with the stuff I'm working on in my class and like teaching the little freshmen how to do citation stuff, that I probably will adapt what you've written here to the kind of things I'm thinking about with like, you know, instead of just like writing this stuff out, just like plop a citation in a certain format and then have a link to a shared repository of documents. But this is a very good start, and we'll work from this. But back to my original thing. This is now, so like these are now like multiple, feels like multiple documents that are within the same larger thing. So if I'm just going to do this real quick just to see what it looks like. So cut that, write that new file. Let's see. I guess I'm going to see if I can handle spaces just to save us some time. What do we call that? How to contribute to our shared bibliography.md. The fact that it has the spaces in it stress me out. The spaces in the title stress me out, but I think it's going to build. Oh, whoops. Check this out. Control, down. Bah. I think it's going to build the title from. I think it's going to build the nav from the title. Either that or it'll build it from this. And if it's building it from the title, I want it to have spaces in it. If it's building it from this top header, then I can name this file something that makes me more comfortable, which is not having spaces. Workflow for literature. It does. Great. So it builds the title here from the top level headings, which means I can shift F6 to do search for references, and then we need to come up with a protocol for this. I'm using skewer case here, so the spaces are replaced with hyphens, which is different from the snake case that I'm used to from Python, but it's fine. There it goes, updates it, land looks great. So click on that right there. There you go there. I guess it's doing it alphabetically, which makes some kind of sense, but we might eventually want to put those in a different order. Again, just fixing these. I think I wrote this, and I think I wrote it in a hurry. So, the typos are on me. Save. And there you go. So yeah, this is just kind of, I think, we can think about some of this. What's this? What's this square here? Workflow for contributing troubleshooting. Oh yeah, there's just an empty thing here. When we does use it. So, Kylie, I'm not sure if you had like something else you wanted to put here, or if this is just kind of, you know, whatever. But yeah, just nothing. Is provide clear. So yeah, if this is okay, yeah, I was just checking that, see if it was like a full copy paste or if it was a summary. It looks like it is a summary. Yeah, again, good content. I think organization should like this. You know, a lot of these things just want to be their own files, their own little headings here. They don't really results, things like that. Yeah, and this again, good thinking, good structure. We'll just have to, we'll flesh this out, and iterate. Iterate. How long have I been talking for? 11 minutes. That's okay. Okay, so yeah, that's my sort of surface level stuff. Anything more specific? I like the GitHub method, how to in the terminal clone the repository. Yeah, okay. I think this is probably the one I used. GitHub desktop. Yeah, again, we can flesh this out because I think this is now, I think I did write this, but I think this is actually probably more aligned with like, oh yeah, this is actually, yeah, so it says like using the terminal, but really it's using PyCharm, and it's using PyCharm's terminal because PyCharm is the IDE. And how did I say to do this? Yeah, I'm talking about making changes to the document, so it has to have some kind of IDE. But again, that's just like fiddly detail stuff about the content. Okay, so yeah, those are my surface level for that. I'm gonna push this, see, changes from John, and I can commit that. That's gonna be committed to Kiley dev, which feels a little, I guess it's fine. I don't know. Like it feels like there's a part of me that's like, oh, like let you keep your branch on your own stuff, but also I'm literally filming myself do it, so I'm not that stressed about it. Okay, let's do a quick look too at the FreeMoCap stuff. Do I have it here? I think I do. Do I not? File, open recent. I thought was that on a different computer? I may have been. Oh no, wait, what's it there? No, make docs. I have been like kind of shifting around the way I do a lot of the file, like the structure of where I keep stuff on my computer, and it's been I've been confused because I keep losing stuff. Because I've been using like the same folder structure for years now, and it like is good because it's consistent, but I'm not as huge a fan of it. So that's where am I gonna put this? Dropbox Git. Like for example, I put a lot of my stuff is saved in this folder in my Dropbox, which I don't really love Dropbox anymore, because it's very helpful in a lot of ways, but it's also like not in other ways. And a lot of the stuff is saved in this folder called Git Kraken repos, which is from an era before I was really differentiating between like, I was like thinking about like, GitHub as Git Kraken, which is like, I no longer think of it like that. So we'll put that there. So I have a folder in there called FreeMoCap Organization. I'm going to call this one documentation, and then it happens to be https github.com/freemocap/freemocap. No, not FreeMoCap, /documentation. And I trust you. Yeah, use a new window. Cool. And it needs an interpreter. It's going to find that interpreter. It finds all these invalid ones on my computer for some reason. It's going to automatically detect the requirements.txt and make a environment for me. .venv. Thank you, PyCharm. The main trick there is to clone it from PyCharm and then just like don't touch it, because if I start doing stuff, like try to like make an interpreter and stuff like that while it's still installing things, it gets unhappy. So I'm gonna let that run. Except I am gonna switch to Kiley dev again. Ooh, am I? I'm gonna let it done. Okay, it is done. Great. Because that would be in violation of my don't touch it thing. But it is smart enough to know not to do that, and it knows not to do that. We need to have a more robust git ignore here. Oh, I'm doing that to Kiley though. That's fine. VS Code is not. I'm not using VS Code, but like, this is why I like to use the template, like the Python template. It's because it puts a lot of stuff that Yeah. Anyways, okay. So I know the changes here were sort of more still on the sort of exploratory side. What's that indexing? It's just figuring out what's sort of in there. I think I need to restart this, and then it will. I don't know what that about. Yeah. So because I opened that terminal before that environment was created, I had to restart it, and then when I restarted it, it automatically points it at the new environment. This is the same as a Conda environment. It just lives here locally. Okay, mkdocs serve. No, that's not right. So it defaults to this 127.0.0.1 port 8000, but that port is already taken up by this guy. So I gotta close you down. Get out of here, you. Yeah, and it's like, wait, what? It's confused, even though it was a different thing, because we were pointing at the same place. So I'm gonna close Control C, Control U down. And then if I go back here, oh, that's interesting. It pops it back up. But then this should like return an error, 404. Yeah. And then I do it again. Make docs serve. Boink. Cool. Okay. So yeah, more work went into this in terms of the formatting, which I'm into. The colors are, I don't dislike the colors. However, they are not in line with sort of the, we have kind of like a vague, let's see, we already have like a vague color scheme that we've been kind of like working with, which is kind of this like green, red sort of stuff. We should have this saved in a more centralized place, but I am going to, I'm going to show you what the style guide that was given by the person who made our website. What the fuck? Where is anything? Dropbox. FreeMoCap. Yeah. Where we at? Oh, it's got to download. Stupid thing. So just we should keep our color scheme somewhat consistent, just in terms of like, this is like purple black, which again I don't hate, but it's not consistent with the rest of our color scheme, so we should keep it at least vaguely in line with that. See, this is why I'm getting annoyed with Dropbox. This is a fucking 500 kilobyte file, and I'm trying to download it. It's just like, oh, hold on, let me think about this for way too goddamn long, because it's too busy trying to like sync other shit anyways, okay, it looks like a lot of this is similar to what it was. Things like this. Does that go anywhere? I think these are dead links. It doesn't look bad. The order is kind of off. Like tutorials should definitely come way before glossary and things like that. But I think that this was not. This looks very similar to like this. So I'm guessing that you got your yeah. It looks very similar to this. So I'm guessing that you kind of pulled from there. Jesus Christ, Dropbox, you fucking piece of shit. So let's take a look there. Make docsYAML. Yeah, see, making decisions. I support it. The favicon. I think I did that. I can't remember. Features, navigation tabs. I don't know what those are. It's interesting. I think I added this. Yeah. So a lot of this still kind of has that. Yeah. There you go. By the way, this is I have an add-on called Get Lens. Actually, I forget what it's called in this. It's called Get Lens in VS Code. I can't remember this, but that's why I can see that you made this change yesterday under the commit called Playing with Material theme. We support it. It feels like sort of like playing with a feature set, and I'm into that. And we will discuss details in the future. Nope, don't change that, please. Includes, yeah, and it's just kind of. We're gonna have. I think we'll have a meeting. Jesus Christ, this is fucking infuriating. This is a 500. Thank you, fucking finally. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I'll leave this here for a second so you can take a look at it and kind of take, just sort of scope out. These are the colors. These are I forget the name for the hex code numbers up here is equivalent to these numbers down here. The way you can read this, by the way, is these are 6 digits. So the first two, they're just written in hexadecimal. So it's 16 digits instead of 0 through 9, it's 0 through F. So 5F in hexadecimal is the same number as 95 in decimal. So you can sort of interpret that this way. But these are the colors that we've been using. This is these are the fonts we've been using. Just, that's the one we got from the person that designed our website. So see if you can try to make something that looks that takes these colors. I have found myself needing to like sort of bump them around in terms of like brightness and darkness just to get the right kind of contrast, but they do work nicely together, and I think we can probably adapt them here, and if just to keep some consistency there. And then yeah, see, what's your deal? Oh, these don't link to anywhere. That makes sense. I think, yeah, I added those a while ago. So let's see, what if I do that? Oh, that's interesting. Save, and I added that under how-to guides. If that works, then under how-to guides, under how to choose your cameras, I should go back. Yeah, cool. So that does work. So this is, you can index relative to the docs folder. And I think you can probably, let's see, so we had tutorials, glossary. Yeah, so capture volume. So we can do glossary.md. The green text is like GitHub Copilot giving me suggestions. What do we call it? Capture volume. Are you going to remember this for me, or am I have to remember myself? Glossary is here. Capture volume. Is this going to work? I don't think it will. I have a suspicion it won't work. I don't know how to do it. There's ways to link directly to headings, but I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to bother trying just now because I've been talking for 25 minutes, which is plenty. Okay. Yeah. And it's, yeah, so this is again kind of a stylistic thing. I do like a lot of, like, yeah, like a lot of these things are really nice. Just like they feel good. It's like easy to make. And then the specifics of like what should go along the top bar versus what should go along the sidebar. That's like just, questions for the future. These links I think all work. Yeah. Which is nice. Um, and and then again, I guess like this similar to what I said about the HuMoN thing, which is like we just need something on the front that's a little more like signposty kind of like, here's the lay of the land, here's where you can go. One of my favorite websites still, Ethereum, that I sort of think about in terms of like, so yeah, crypto nonsense notwithstanding. Boink, sorry y'all. The Ethereum website just is really nice. It's got some really, I think it was made with the same, it feels like MakeDocs now, but it's got this kind of like general vibe. Scroll down, like here's where you should start. Like kind of, there should always be like, thinking about like the brand newcomer, and then it kind of starts to split out from here, and you kind of like choose your own adventure kind of things. And then there's this top bar up here that's kind of got these categories in it. Like, it's a nice site. And there's also Seaborn, which is just a really nice thing. You see, like, it's kind of like the front page has just a lot. It's nicely structured. Your eyes have a lot of places to go. You kind of like this. This is a beautiful landing page for a for a, like, this is an open source tool made by a academic person, and I just like the way this looks. You click on things. Yeah, look at that. You click on, oh, that's cool. You click on the thing, and it takes you to the place that says how to make that plot. See, it's just great. And then you got, all these sort of classic things. So I think you can probably, Seaborn, GitHub, you could probably find a way to rip them off in terms of their website. It's probably in here somewhere. Is this doc? Maybe. You got a YAML here? Yeah, he's using RST, which is rich structured text. So I don't really know what's going on here. He's doing something different. Okay, anyway, that's all the time I have today. I hope you enjoyed these random and structured thoughts, and I hope that they are moderately useful to you. And yeah, so Kiley, thank you for the work. It's a really great start. It's really good to have something moving in this space because it's so important to get these docs together. It's going to be super helpful for the lab, and then the lab stuff will give us kind of good practice towards figuring stuff out here. So yeah, okay. Now I gotta figure out how to actually share this video, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, bye. Mwah.